السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
Okay, we are ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Our friends are ready as well.
Okay, so let's start. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wa salatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali kulli wa sahbi kulli ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa khlud uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Welcome to another session of a Quranic journey. So yesterday, first of all, I wasn't available, but it's obviously everything is meant to be as it was. Nurbanu was the one doing the program with Dr. Ali, and I managed to listen most of it. And mashallah, it was very, very good. I truly thank Allah for this great opportunity. So, and inshallah, you see, we have a whole team try to in a way prepare this program in a best possible manner. So I want to I want to just name them that you can make dua for them, inshallah. So Nurbani, you saw yesterday, and so we have Sister Sakina. She is also in charge of Google Classroom. She is following with WhatsApp groups and doing a lot of help. Brother Asim is another one. The team is helping us. He is in charge of YouTube, particularly recording, opening the Zoom. A technical issue, you can actually, you don't see him directly, and you can give credit to him for making all the stick to running very smoothly. We have Sister Safina as well. She's helping us. So it is whole team. So make dua, inshallah, for all of them. Then Allah will employ all of us in a sincere way to the service of the Quran. That's our dua, inshallah.
These team members are the heroes from behind the screen. We just appear to be here doing something. And at the same time, Dr. Najat, it came to my mind from our experience yesterday. I think we should leave this position, if you like, to the young generation.
Well,
They are doing very well, mashallah. They are very well prepared. Mashallah.
inshallah. I think it's when you have a mission to fulfill, not promoting yourself, that when you see someone is serving your mission better than you just want to serve to this person. You say, let her or him to do the job, and I will serve to the person. I personally, when I see the success of a team member, I feel tremendous joy. Alhamdulillah. There's no sense of I'll say jealousy or competition, because the purpose is not you, is the da'wah or the mission that you're dedicated to. In this case, the purpose is to really serve the Quran and unearth the treasure of Quran. That's really our objective here. So inshallah, we need to make dua. We need to get more people to be involved, and we'll be very pleased to have them to be on stage. We'll just stay back and inshallah serve them tea and coffee.
In Islamic civilization, there is no retirement. No, you can do as much as what you can do.
Yeah,
So
no, we're not going to retire. We're going to just give them this front
yeah,
job,
yes,
and we will stay at the back serving them, inshallah.
inshallah, behind the screen.
Inshallah.
But if there was a retirement, I would really retire. Long before I would have done it before.
No, but I think there is a retirement from dunya, maybe, that you can fully work for akhirah.
We have to work for Akhirah at all times. But,
All the time.
well, so all the time. But retirement from this position in another position depends, you know. Sometimes a grandfather or great grandmom or that be, does his or her job to represent the maturity of a Muslim, how they should live. And it is an example for the new generation. Unfortunately, this extended family is broken apart, and the young generation don't see the experienced people anymore in the family life. That is the big problem of this age.
Okay, let's back to our topic, inshallah. So, what we have been covering, it's particularly interesting to me because this is one definition of the Quran. We are focusing in terms of how the Quran reveal the deep wisdom behind the event. But within that we look at again how the Quran provide the guidance in terms of the social justice, economic justice. So we reflect on this now. This subject particularly is, is great interest of me because I was trained as an economist. I have been dealing with Islamic economics for maybe 15 years. And we even have an annual conference. We have a group of Muslim economists. We try to really see how we can lay out the foundation of Islamic economics based on Islamic worldview. But I think the ayah that you have been reflecting, for sure, give me opportunity to do some academic publication on that, inshallah. I think there are a lot of, a very, very good idea that is worth to really bring to attention to the academician to see how they can, in a way, work on this. So the key part here is obviously we have been discussing riba versus sadaqah. Now, it is, in a way, the Quran is turning our understanding upside down and saying, look, you think riba is going to bring the fruit and gain for you? And the Quran says, no, you're a loser. You think the sadaqah is going to actually make your thing to become less? No, actually, you're gaining by giving. The more you give, the more you gain. So it's completely unconventional, it's paradoxical. It's go against what we see. So I think the key part, the way you explained it, that your point here, those ayah only make sense when you understand the underlying idea behind that. That is rububiyyah, that is tawheed, that is connection with Creator. So once we put within this context and understand who is the owner of the things, and once we change our perception of what we possess, then it makes perfect sense to internalize and understand those ayah and act accordingly. And therefore, I think your emphasis of saying iman and amal has to go side by side is extremely essential. I feel the problem that when we try to offer solutions sometimes that we bring certain model, let's say Islamic finance, Islamic economics, if it doesn't have the iman foundation, it's not going to work. So in other words, those ayah only make sense if you are a sincere believer and have the true understanding of Quran in terms of what the possession mean, or who is the owner, and then you can act according. So in this regard, that when you give a sadaqah, you're not giving something from yours. So the ritual that we have in terms of the sunnah, when you give, you say Bismillah. When you get, you say Bismillah. It's actually make perfect sense, because if it's not yours, that you have to say Bismillah and give it, you give in the name of Allah, because He is the owner. And if someone give you something, and if Allah is the owner, you say Bismillah and receive, saying that, look, you give to me, but I know it's not you, it's from Allah. So in this case, that I think is what happened over time. Once we miss the underlying idea, then those extremely important phrases like Bismillah become just a ritual. It lost its depthness, its real meaning. And religion just become a culture, because I really been in many Muslim countries and observed that my understanding Islam is really just a culture. It's not a religion that internalized and understood and practiced. It's implemented as a culture, and therefore you go to Asia, they have a different culture of Islam. You go to Middle East, different. You go to Turkey, it's different. So in this regard, I think what we're trying to do, we're trying to say, look, yeah, you can have culture, but Islam is not a culture. Islam is based on the Quranic teaching, based on Tawheed. Now, when I listened to what you had it yesterday, and I read all this very, very good interaction in WhatsApp group, I could not help myself but remember this ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah. That's one of my favorite one. I really thought it is an amazing feat. I really want to hear from you how you're going to explain this ayah based on particularly the balagha side. I know balagha is going to come later on, but given the context of the topic, I thought we should give some flavor of how amazing the Quran will not only cover this one, will cover in a very concise and elegant way. And let's listen.
First of all, among the Muslim intellectuals, academicians, when you talk about interest, riba, they analyze the riba interest alongside with only trade. Yes, there is an ayah, obvious, أحل الله البيع وحرم الربا. That is absolutely true. But at the same time, Quran is a whole book, must be read together. The Quran expands the riba and the relationship between the riba and sadaqah. That is what the striking point that mostly missed from the attention of the intellectual. Inshallah, you will write an article and emphasize on the importance of it. Now, when Quran emphasizes that you have to give in the name of Allah, you have to give for the sake of Allah, we think that the Quran is only emphasizing on the responsibility of the giver, but what is behind it, especially more related to the receiver, the one who receives the sadaqah, while ordering Allah that this is my property, we will study, inshallah, here. Now, here is the word. I honor your request. So we will study there while ordering us to give it in the name of Allah. We will go into details. And as you said, as an introduction to the subject, that the Quran says you are not giving from your own property. Be careful. We will study that. But what is hidden here that we should always bear in mind and never forget, Quran respects the one who receives and protects the receiver's honor. Because human beings are created, as the Quran says, وَكَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Human beings are created mukarram, respectful, deserves to be dignified. So if you give to the other people or needy ones, you should never, ever make them feel under your protection. So respect the honor of the one by being 100% aware of the reality that it is not your property. That is what the Quran is. Although ordering the giver, be careful about this, but to me, the ultimate aim is to honor, to dignify the honor of the receiver. So as a human being, he shouldn't feel humiliated because I am a poor man, I am needy. No, as Allah generously creates everything, provides everything, and we go there and pick up whatever we need to eat, do we feel dishonored, humiliated? Or my Creator is generous to me. I am proud of my Creator. Dignify my honor even more because I don't disdain to take from a creature like me. Only the creator of the universe, Rabbul Alameen, is providing everything for me. That really elevates the honor of the receiver, human beings, in our relationship with Allah, with my creator, with our creator. We have to see this hidden side carefully. And I sometimes feel a little bit, unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm ashamed of saying this, we could not appreciate the Quran as it deserves to be. Inshallah, inshallah, the next generation, everything is changing very fast. They will fulfill this job. Inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Uh,
Let
um,
us start.
yeah, before you start, Arya, I think you made a very good point. I want to just add one thing. It remind me a verse I was recently reflecting on. It says, when the believer helps the needy, tells them, I do for the sake of Allah, I don't even expect thanks from you. I was shocked when the ayah says that don't even expect thank from those you help, which means that if I'm giving in the name of Allah, if it's not mine, I don't expect you to thank me. I'm not helping you that you're going to thank me. I help you because this is the property of Allah and He wants me to help you. I was when I was reflecting, I was very, very surprised that not even expecting thank when you help the others.
No. Yeah, this ayah is ولا شكورا. What was the beginning of the ayah?
Someone can find it. I think with this meaning,
Okay, okay, it's beautiful.
I can find in chat, share. Maybe Nurbanu or Sakina can find and share in the chat. But I remember with that meaning, I was
الإنسان الإنسان Surah Insan 75.
okay.
Ayah somewhere around 7, 6. I'm not Hafiz. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I knew the ayah.
Okay,
Okay.
I think it came.
Did you
Yeah.
find?
Yeah, it is in Surah Insan.
Yeah,
It's in the
75.
chat now. You can look at that.
So the beginning, remind me the beginning.
إنما
إنما
نطعمكم.
نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I don't need it. We don't expect anything to give us back or to pay for it. And even as you said, it's great. Thank. But you can thank. That is another aspect of it. But I'm not expecting that you should be thankful to me because I gave you, I fed you. Wow, man. Look at this. This aspect is missed mostly. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Let's listen to this whole verse, inshallah. Inshallah. This is a piece of the verse that we are going to study to keep our subject without diverting into other related matters.
الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
We will study the last piece. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. What's significant? Let me read the translation first. And spent. Spent means here, ينفقون. they spend, but I have to say it, not spending in shopping. No, 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 no. Cover the maintenance costs. Spend means infaq. So infaq doesn't mean just buy something or uh, give something. No, no. Infaq, nafaka. Nafaka means maintenance cost. So that's why from now, let's prepare our minds now to understand the conciseness of the Quran. Always, always. We think that we are reading some verses, going into detail sometimes. No, no, no. In one verse, you can write a book about it. So in order to cover the maintenance costs on others out of what we have provided for them. But what we have provided for them is qualified as rizq, razaqna. It means a sustenance. Of course, we will question, what is sustenance? Provide the sustenance for us. Food for iftar? Yes, definitely. I need it. I feel really very hungry. I don't have time to wake up for sahur, so just drink water and do my job. But I really get uh, very hungry. So yeah, that is it. But it's very practical. But sustenance is what? Oh, if I have a problem with my eyes, which alhamdulillah, old age problem, but alhamdulillah, that is when I recover it or get it cured, that is a sustenance, priceless sustenance. My mind, my memory, my consciousness, my feelings, all of them are sustenance. We will go there. This is an example study, as Dr. Nijat wanted to do, because it is really beautiful example, how Quran speaks less, but expands the meaning. Expands the meaning by speaking less. That's called ijaz, not mu'jiza, i'jaz. Ijaz, which is conciseness. Within the conciseness, we will study this, but inshallah, in the future, inshallah, well, within the conciseness, we will see the miraculousness. Now, we shouldn't forget that. If you don't see the conciseness, you don't see the miraculous side of the Quran. That is a little bit 3 or 4 centuries later, ulama discovered this aspect of the Quran, balagha, rhetoric of the Quran. Now, so we will see this example here. The conditions of acceptance of zakat and sadaqah is a charity in general, derived from the conciseness of the verse. Okay, one, how? How does it do that? And now here, one, min, mimma, minma, some of, means not all, some of it. Now, for using min means some, from. Min has many meanings, but one of them is this here in this context. The giver should not put themselves, the givers should not put themselves into needy position themselves. So while making somebody somehow to have a manageable life, to have a maintenance costs covered, you shouldn't be in the needy position. Now, this is the word min. Mimma doesn't explain. Don't give all of it. You should be also somehow comfortable with your life. Not comfortable means means you should have your own maintenance costs. No, just finish. Now, razaqna, the second point, emphasizes that give only from what we have provided for you. Razaqna, we provided. We provided for you as sustenance, not for extra unnecessary expenditures. Now, don't take it from someone else or gaining from illegal ways and give out of it. Now, of course, to blame others is easy, Dr. Najati. I know here in New York, unfortunately, there are some Muslim brothers running restaurants and deli shops, and they are selling alcohol, liquors. And what do? They come to the mosque on 27th day of Ramadan and donate. All right, donation is okay, but their intention is to clean the dirt. They know, but money is so sweet. Money is always sweet, keeps you warm. So, but not from you're gaining from illegal ways. So first of all, you must make sure that your income is legal. It means shari'i. It means not to use the exploitations or other means. So give out of from your halal and not from others. It means if you cheat people, it means you are stealing from others. So if somebody comes into your house and takes your money, for example, steals your money, and then gives it to zakat or sadaqah. It said razaqna. Razaqna. In the verse, whom? They. Razaqna, we provided for them. But here in this conversation, razaqnakum, you, whatever Allah provides you rizq, sustenance, from this I provided you in the form of rizq. But we have to be careful the meaning of rizq and in some verses mal, property. But particularly here in this concise ayah, not وَمِن أَمْوَالِكُمْ. No, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ. We provided the rizq for you. So this is the razaqna, the razaqa side of it. It means provided this sustenance. Na will be dealt in another point. Any comment or anything?
Yeah, I think briefly, it's really amazing, particularly on the second one, razaqna. So here, it's basically when you look at this as a razaqna, rizq, remind you of razaq. That means this is not your possession. It is the sustenance that provided to you by Allah, which means
we will come there. We will come there.
Yeah. So and I think it's really amazing that how this brief short ayah is going to explain everything about the proper way of giving sadaqah and zakat. That's what I want everyone to pay attention to, really see how in a half sentence that you can insert all of the right condition. on how you should give it. Yeah, let's continue.
You said, I mean, I'm not here to correct you, but to emphasize on the importance of it. It is not a sentence, it is a phrase.
Grace, yeah. Exactly.
Just a phrase. Even not a sentence. So
Part of sentence.
yeah, part of a sentence.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Three. Razaqna, you wanted to emphasize on it. It is in our subject. Huh? Na emphasizes that give, but never forget that we have. Nah? We have given it to you. When giving people, while giving people, don't make them feel indebted. You are just giving out of what you are giving away, what your creator has provided for you. Bear in mind that you are giving from my property to my people whom I have created. So, apart from human beings, for example, when I was a young child, my family was very poor. So, and we were living outskirts of a city in Turkey, and my mother had a car to support the family from many sides. Of course, meat and milk, butter. So I mean, it was almost uh, after the end of the Second World War, everywhere the poverty was epidemic in the world at that time. So what the cow we used to, as a children, our siblings together, we used to take the cow, and in the countryside, and cow eats and drinks and comes and waits. So amazing, so amazing. It was obvious that it is employed. Cow is employed. And what waiting there? And if my mom was busy and doesn't have time, she didn't have time to milk, and cow was making noise as if she's crying. Why? Please get the milk out of my body. Milk me, milk me. So who's employing this animal? Who's employing this animal? Accidental. That's what they say. Randomly happened to be like this. No, ridiculous. Ridiculous. It is employed. So who's providing it? The creator of the cow. Of course, what we say, this cow gives a lot of milk. Cow gives a lot of milk. It is ridiculous. So we have to understand that razaqna, it is important that the Quran doesn't say razaqtu. We, which means drawing our attention to all manifestations of all the names of God in order to have this cow in a complex order of the universe with all different qualities manifested in their creation of the creator of the universe, the qualities of the universe, arranged everything so that the cow will be employed to give you milk, to provide you milk. It is not the cow who is giving milk to you, but the creator of the cow has arranged everything, not only by creating the cow, by creating the sun, the atmosphere, the clouds, and the rains. Na means with all my qualities employed to create this cow for you, and you are getting from it. Plural, now. Oh, not God is multiple, plural. No, it is just refers to many meanings, but related to this subject, refers to manifestations of the infinite number of qualities of God in order to sustain, provide you sustenance. That is another aspect of now. So don't think that one point, is it A, B, just now. Don't think that you are giving from your own property. I am the owner of them, and be aware of this while you are giving. Don't be proud of that I am a very good man. I help the needy ones. Don't think that by giving, you are providing their sustenance. No, God is providing their sustenance through you, like God is providing the sustenance of my child family life. So through the cow, there is no difference. Be careful. Do you think the cow is proud that she is giving us milk? No, she needs to be milked. That is the point. She needs to be milked, created, employed. That is what the materialist mind cannot comprehend, unfortunately. For yunfikun, or if there is no comment, I will go to yunfikun, inshallah. Yunfikun, who
So
shall?
that means that's why I think when we mentioned in the beginning, so that when you say Bismillah, be aware it's not yours. It's like you're sending some money here. You say, can you distribute this money to the poor people? Now I am distributing this on your behalf. And let's say you're going to give me the fee for doing the services. Now I have no right to give it as if I am the giver. So I think it's like the ayah is in a way saying, look, I gave it to you, it's mine. I'm asking you to give to those individuals. So don't take credit for that. And I think this is, I don't know, it's not easy. It's really not easy when you are blessed with some things, not thinking is yours. Because I remember one rich guy, he gave a zakah to a poor guy, and then they had a problem, an issue between them, and he went and calculate all of his zakah. He says, return all this money back to me. I helped you all that many years. Now you are acting this way. I was shocked. I was like, I said, this guy is openly asking back, but a lot of people, perhaps when they give, they put you under minna, meaning that you owe me something. I did good to you. But the ayah here, as if he gives you zero credit. He says, it's not yours. This is mine. I'm asking you to just give on my behalf. Say, Bismillah. Don't give in your name.
No.
I think saying it's easy. I don't know, really. Practicing is not easy, I guess.
No. Now, I can give you an example. We think that cows needs to be milked, created in this way. And it doesn't have free will, free choice, but we have. We think. Yes, we have free choice, we have free will, and we can choose to give or not to give. But the way, if we are careful, the way we are created, not only the sustenance is provided by God, but our senses also provided by God as sustenance. How? If you are sleeping and in front of your window of the bedroom, there is a cat. Now, making so sour voice or sound, it is begging you to give something. Can you sleep comfortably?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Especially children are awake and say, Dad, Dad, let's give some milk to this cat. It's crying of hunger. It's crying. It is also, from one aspect, we are hardwired to give to the needy ones. To give to the needy ones. Yeah. Once I witnessed some people are very sensitive about seeing the blood. Some people, not everyone. But I am not one of them, alhamdulillah. So there was an accident. And a person saw that the person who was hit by a car and bleeding, the event happened there. For example, I'm just showing it my hand. He was looking to the side, please, shouting, help this man. I cannot look at him. Look at this. Please help this man. What is the difference between a cow asking, begging to milk me? It is already within us, integrated in our feelings. This is also a risk. When I am giving away, I feel comfortable. You know what happens? If you hurt somebody, Dr. Nejati, let's say on the public transportation, now I don't know whether you use it or not, but in New York I have to. So if you hurt somebody's feeling, do you feel comfortable when you come home? I don't think so. Yeah?
No, I don't.
So maybe you say, speak to your wife or your children. I did something bad today, because it's still with you, hurting. That is provided rizq for you. But on the other hand, if you help somebody and this person was extremely happy and thanked you a lot, when you come home, what? You come home as a hero, saying that, you know, what happened today? Alhamdulillah, I helped somebody. He was so happy. Look, it is within you. It is within you. It is a provision. So Allah provided, the one who created us also provided with the essential, necessary feelings to encourage us to help others, and also rewards you the pleasure. That is how can you really ignore this perfect arrangement of human beings in their interaction with their social life, with the rest of the universe? Everything is perfectly arranged. We have to understand rizq, not only in terms of food. But that is a very poor understanding of it. Okay, we expand it. So, the four, yunfikun, here, yunfikun, watch out to whom you are giving. Look, be careful. They give here, sorry, they give to people who are in need of help to cover the maintenance costs. And they are going to use it for the essentials of their living. Investigate if they live a life of extravagance or dissolute. So we cannot support, for example, a drug addict. So it's a lot in New York, and they beg. So very, very interesting. Without shame. In one hand, he is smoking, from another hand, asking for help. Huh? I'm going to give money, he will buy cigarette. So, ينفقون نفقة. Make sure that they are going to use it for their maintenance costs. So we can not give to those people who are wasteful. No? So we have to be very careful. You are supporting what? For example, the disease of this age, especially. Disease of this age is what? Consumerism. So we are not going to support the consumption, unnecessary consumption. You know that. You know that. In India, in Pakistan, I've seen the people in a village in Pakistan making carpet, families. I asked them how much are they selling the carpets they make. They gave me a figure that time, it was long ago, something approximately $1, let's say $100. I don't think they give $100, by the way, but I don't remember the number. The same carpet you find to be sold to tourists in Istanbul, $1,000. So what are we doing? By following this consumption. I have the money, I can buy anything I want, but at the same time, I'm supporting the exploitations of the poor, not well educated, needy people in Pakistan, India, I don't know, Hong Kong. We don't know. So we have to watch out while we are spending or buying, and we cannot say that I have money, I buy anything I want. So yunfiqun is very important. So we have to do this, and we have to be careful to whom we are giving, not to support the consumptions or consumer society and exploitations of the poor, needy laborers. These are many extensions covered with the word yunfiqun. Now, shall we go to the fifth point? Yes, we should. The time is getting
Yes,
shorter.
exactly. Yes.
Razaqnahum, while we are giving you charity, giving to charity, we will be aware that we are giving in the name of God, who is the real owner of the property. As if God is saying with Razaqnahum, the property is mine and you must give it in my name. You cannot give it in your name. I am giving. I gave to charity that amount of money or anything. Now, I think we should hurry. Huh? I should hurry, not we. This is my, oh, yeah, here. Bismillah. The point 6. Ma razaqnahum. Whatever I gave them. Ma means ma. Let me, I think I have written this here, yeah. Whatever I have given them expands the meaning. Whatever God has given us, we need to give to charity. Whatever God has given us, we need to give it to charity. Of course, some of it. May it be property, money, knowledge, time, listening their problems, even a smile or kind, respectful relationship, greeting, saying hello or salam, all sorts of material or spiritual provisions can be used as a means of charity. So what the Muslims, we know that it is not wrong. We know that. Smiling also is sadaqah. Huh? But we say this is sunnah. That's correct. But sunnah is the practice of the Prophet. Prophet is the student of the Qur'an. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ. That's what the Prophet understood. Razaqnahum means. ability to smile and make other people happy is also rizq from my creator. So I have to give some of it to others, share with the other needy ones. All to me, the Prophet is practicing this ayah. What for us? We think that we are following Sunnah. That's correct, following Sunnah, but we have to extend it. That Prophet is, alayhi salatu wasalam, practicing the message of the Quran. Now we will see even more. Ma is, oh, I have to hurry. Eh? This is called ism mafsul in Arabic. Though there are many brothers and sisters among us, they are great scholars. Unfortunately, we don't know who are they. So this is called relative pronoun, whatever. And it is one word, ma, but has multiple meanings. Ma is around 50 different meanings, depending on where and for what purpose it is used. That is the greatness of the language of Arabic. You know, Quran it says Arabiyyun Mubin. So as if Quran is proud of its language. So Arab brothers and sisters will be happy to hear this. They love it. So now, what we have to know, this is not why I feel you should ask me, Dr. Najat, why do you give this information? In fact, most of the young generation now are reading the translation of the Quran and they think that they understood the Quran, Quranic message. Now they know. Now, that is a bit big word, isn't it? So, if you don't know the 15 different ways of usage of ma in the Quran, then watch out what you are saying. So, it is used here in our subject, its meaning is left absolute, not restricted. What? Only absolute side of it. I don't. There's something wrong with my language. Not restricted to a specific meaning. I don't like to ask the AI my language to correct my language because they turn it into a secularist worldview. We have to be very careful what all brothers and sisters who are using AIs. Oh, we have to be very careful. They don't know the belief perspective of talking because they don't have the data. So we have to watch out, read carefully what they present to us. So I don't use it mostly. So it helps, not restricted to a specific meaning. It helps us understand that whatever God provided for us. Oh, I wrote it last night, so it's a last minute order, Dr. Nejati. So provided. It is provided for us. It expands the meaning according to different ages, different social, economical, political, and even psychological conditions of the life. Everything in this context, whatever you value, whatever here, it's ma means whatever you value, whatever you love for yourself, the way you can help others, for instance, by giving money, physical objects, by speaking, by giving advice, by doing a favor, by helping, and even by asking how they are. How are you today? It is a pleasure. And human beings love it. So the famous hadith narration, removing harm from the path is charity, sadaqah. You see, this is the command of the ayah. So even no one sees you but God sees you. That's my extension of the meaning. The semantic scope of this ma includes this hadith. So we have to be aware that while I am following the prophetic best example, I am following the command of the Quran. The prophet is the physical, practical example in human form, how this ayah must be put into practical life. That is what we have to understand what Sunnah means. Sunnah means not really imitation. Sunnah means using the exemplary life of the Prophet and being aware that I am putting the Quran into my practical life by learning from the practice of the Prophet. That's why the famous hadith, and I will stop, the famous hadith, Aisha radiallahu anha narrates, he was a living Quran. Yes, he was a living Quran when he said, removing harm from the path is charity. He was just obeying the Quran and exemplifying it in his life. For me, yeah, we have to be, now, Dr. Rajati, we have to have a new definition of Sunnah. First, Allah commands, Sunnah secondary degree. No, it's not secondary. It is connected to it directly. Just be careful. Of course, we need to spend time on understanding the Quran. Thank you very much. I am done.
Okay. MashaAllah, I think it's really amazing to see that very short phrase, not even full ayah, how it covers various aspects of sadaqah and zakah in a very elegant and concise manner. So in a way, I was really try to put in a question form to see what it really covers. So it's basically the ayah is saying, how much should you give? So it's like the answer, the question of how much should I give? There's an answer that. From what should I give? There is an answer that. Who is the owner of what I give? There is an answer that. To whom should I give? There is an answer that. For what the person should use what I give? There is an answer that. In which manner, in his name should I give? There is an answer that. And what are the things that sadaqah and zakah is applied? There is answer to that. I was like amazed that when I put it in question form and ask questions like several questions about sadaqah and zakah, and then give the answer to all of them in just a half, not a full sentence, and a short phrase, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, that is absolutely miraculous. That is an absolutely only be possible with the infinite knowledge. That is absolutely amazing example of the Quran. Shall not be taken in a simple manner, should be dealt as in an ocean of wisdom. And in every ayah could contain a library of knowledge. As we study and look at the wording, the phrase, the connection, all the principles that we discussed before, within which, as we delve into this ocean, we will find an amazing wisdom inside. And therefore I say, it's really, the Quran is the greatest blessing for us. And if we only know the true value of Quran, we treasure the Quran, I feel like we're going to make the study of Quran, understanding of Quran as our primary purpose in life. And I think, and I hope one thing that we have gained throughout Ramadan from this program is to really have this understanding, give the flavor of this amazing aspect of Quran and say, look, we have a treasure out there, and just be aware of this treasure and try to work to unearth the gold and diamond that you really need for dunya and akhirah. So may Allah give us wisdom to understand the value and give us the guidance to really benefit from it, inshallah.
That is why we are here, yeah? All of us.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, let's end it with dua.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سورة الفاتحة.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and see you tomorrow inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you.